Welcome to Max Premieres. In this video, I'm bringing you 10 movies that are truly worth watching. From high-energy action thrillers to psychological horror, deep historical dramas, and dark comedies that make you laugh in uncomfortable ways. Today, we're going through the 10 most important movies already available across different platforms, from theatrical releases to direct-to-streaming premieres. There's a bit of everything here: European action, romantic sci-fi, folk horror, and explosive sequels. But before we start, it would really help the channel if you took a moment to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks so much for your support. Number 10. Wolfman. Blake is a family man who inherits his father's remote house in Oregon after his mysterious disappearance. Hoping to fix his failing marriage, he moves there with his wife Charlotte and their daughter Ginger. But when they arrive late at night, they're attacked by an unknown creature that brutally injures Blake. The family barricades themselves inside the house while the beast stalks them from the outside. As the night goes on, Blake begins to behave in strange and increasingly monstrous ways. The film comes from the Invisible Man director Lee Wannell and works as a metaphor for domestic violence and inherited trauma. Christopher Abbott and Julia Garner deliver solid performances. But the truth is, critical reception has been divided. Some praise the atmosphere and intimate approach, while others feel the third act lacks boldness. The creature design also sparked controversy after being revealed too early without the director's approval. If you're looking for body horror in the vein of The Fly, this one's for you. Number 9. The Order. In 1983, a wave of increasingly violent bank robberies terrorizes the Pacific Northwest of the United States. FBI agent Terry Husk, played by Jude Law, discovers that these crimes aren't being committed by ordinary thieves, but by an organized neo-Nazi group known as The Order, led by the charismatic yet ruthless Bob Matthews, portrayed by Nicholas Hoult. Their goal is nothing less than the overthrow of the U.S. federal government. Based on real events from 1984, the film follows Husk's obsessive hunt to stop Matthews before it's too late. Director Justin Kurzel delivers a gritty crime thriller in the tradition of 80 seconds and 90 seconds classics like Mississippi Burning. Jude Law is almost unrecognizable, complete with receding hairline and mustache, giving a quiet, tormented performance. Nicholas Hoult, well, he's chilling as a cold, calculating, messianic leader. The film builds tension without constant explosions, and the parallels to modern events make it especially unsettling. A solid thriller, even if some critics feel it doesn't dig deep enough into its characters. Number 8. The Damned. 19th century Iceland. Eva, a young widow, runs a remote fishing outpost she inherited after her husband's death. With a brutal winter approaching and supplies running low, she witnesses a shipwreck near the coast. Eva makes a ruthless decision. She orders her fishermen not to help the survivors, fearing they would become a burden that could doom everyone to starvation. But when a barrel of meat washes ashore, the fishermen disobey and head to the wreck to loot it, forcing them into violent confrontations with desperate survivors. By the next morning, the beach is covered in bodies, and Eva begins to experience terrifying visions. This Icelandic folk horror film, directed by Thordur Pálsson, relies more on suffocating atmosphere and unbearable guilt than on special effects. The cinematography captures frozen landscapes that make you feel the cold in your bones. Odessa Young delivers a magnetic performance as Eva, carrying the weight of an impossible moral decision. Critics have praised the film's restraint and psychological tension, though some feel the ending arrives too abruptly. Number 7. Babygirl. Romy is a successful CEO, a devoted mother, and an apparently perfect wife, but her life takes a dramatic turn with the arrival of Samuel, a young intern at her company. What starts as a simple power game, her as the boss, him as the subordinate, completely flips when their encounters turn sexual. She submits, he dominates. As their passion spills beyond the office walls, it threatens to destroy them both. Written and directed by Helena Rain, the film caused a stir at the Venice Film Festival, where Nicole Kidman won the Volpe Cup for Best Actress. Kidman delivers a bold, no-holds-barred performance that divides opinion honestly. Some find it brave, while others see it as unnecessary. Harris Dickinson is spot on as Samuel, balancing seduction with an unsettling calm. Antonio Banderas brings humanity as the betrayed husband. The film explores female desire and power dynamics in a provocative, not subtle way. Some critics compare it to Adrian Lyne's erotic thrillers, while others praise its female-centered take on sexual liberation after 40. Number 6. Small Things Like These. Ireland, 1985. Bill Furlong is a coal merchant living with his wife and 5 daughters in a small town. He's an honest, hardworking man, respected by the community. But one December morning, during a routine delivery to the local convent, he witnesses something horrifying, a young woman being dragged inside while screaming. Bill uncovers the dark secrets hidden within the convent, one of the infamous Magdalene laundries where the Catholic Church confined unmarried pregnant women under the guise of helping them. Directed by Tim Mealance, known for Peaky Blinders, the film is based on the novel by Claire Keegan. Cillian Murphy delivers a minimalist and devastating performance as Bill, a quiet man whose humanity forces him to act against the complicit silence of an entire town. Emily Watson won Best Supporting Actress at the Berlin Film Festival for her role as the corrupt Mother Superior. The film trusts in the power of silence, let's say. Murphy conveys everything through looks and subtle gestures. Some critics feel it lacks dramatic tension, while others praise its emotional restraint and evocative cinematography. Number 5. Sons. Eva is an idealistic prison officer whose life falls apart when her son's murderer is transferred to the prison where she works. Without revealing her secret, Eva manipulates the system to be assigned to the high security wing, where he's being held the most brutal and violent section of the entire complex. What follows is a disturbing psychological thriller where Eva's sense of justice clashes with her thirst for revenge. As she gets closer to her sworn enemy, the tension between her professional duty and her desire to make him pay becomes unbearable. From director Gustav Möller, who gave us The Guilty, this Danish film maintains the claustrophobic focus that defines his work. Sids Babette Knudsen is flawless as Eva, conveying the inner conflict of a woman on the edge of moral collapse. Sebastian Bull, brings the killer to life with an unsettling calm that makes you question his true intentions. The film premiered in competition at the Berlin Film Festival and raises difficult questions about the prison system and personal vengeance without offering easy answers. Some critics feel the script has narrative improbabilities, but the oppressive atmosphere and strong performances keep the film afloat. Number 4. Den of Thieves 2. Pantera. Detective Big Nick is back, and this time he's chasing Donnie Wilson across Europe. After being unfairly fired from the Los Angeles Police Department, Nick decides that if he can't catch thieves, he'll join them. Donnie is planning the biggest heist of his life with the Pantera Mafia, robbing the World Diamond Center in Nice, France, one of the most secure places on the planet. The vault holds millions of dollars in diamonds, including a stolen pink diamond the Italian Mafia wants back. Nick and Donnie must work together to pull off the job before it's too late. Gerard Butler returns as Big Nick, now more disheveled and cynical than ever after his divorce. O'Shea Jackson Jr. has a much more central role than in the first film, showcasing Donnie's skills as a criminal mastermind. The sequel swaps Los Angeles for glamorous European locations, giving it more of an Ocean's 12 vibe. Honestly, the first film was darker and more serious, while this one embraces a lighter, more playful tone. The action scenes are solid, especially the final car chase, though at 2 hours and 24 minutes, some feel it runs a bit long. An entertaining sequel that delivers if you're a fan of testosterone-fueled heist movies. Number 3. The Gorge. 2 elite snipers receive identical missions, protect opposite sides of a remote, ultra-secret gorge for an entire year without any contact with the outside world. Levi Kane, a former U.S. Marine, watches over the West Tower. Drasa, a Lithuanian covert operative, guards the East Tower. Both are dealing with trauma. Levi suffers from PTSD nightmares, while Drasa's father plans to take his own life on Valentine's Day. Despite the no-contact rule, Levi and Drasa begin communicating across the abyss, well, playing chess and improvising drum sessions. They fall in love from a distance. But when the true threat lurking inside the gorge is revealed, they must join forces to survive. Directed by Scott Derrickson, The filmmaker behind Doctor Strange and the Black Phone, this blend of sci-fi, horror, and romance premiered on Apple TV Plus on Valentine's Day. Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy have magnetic chemistry despite being physically separated for most of the film. The chess games and drumming scenes are an obvious nod to their iconic roles in The Queen's Gambit and Whiplash. This lands at number 3 because it pulls off something very difficult, mixing multiple genres without collapsing under its own weight. The first hour builds a genuinely emotional love story, and when the action kicks in during the second half, the emotional investment is already there. Yes, it has plot holes and an ending that leaves questions unanswered, but the visual atmosphere is stunning thanks to cinematographer Dan Lawson. The score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross adds layers of tension. It became the biggest launch in Apple TV Plus history, surpassing Wolves with Clooney and Pitt. Number 2. Night Call. Mady is a college student who works as a night locksmith to pay for his studies. This night seems like any other until he answers a call from a young woman named Claire who needs help getting into her apartment. But what looks like a routine job quickly turns into a nightmare when Mady discovers Claire lied, the apartment isn't hers, and the bag she stole belongs to a ruthless mobster. Now he has 12 hours to find Claire, return the stolen money, and clear his name, or face deadly consequences. All of this unfolds while the city is engulfed in protests over police brutality. This Franco-Belgian gem, directed by Michiel Blanchard in his feature debut, is pure adrenaline from start to finish. Jonathan Feltre is perfect as Mady, conveying vulnerability and determination in equal measure. Romain Duris appears as the cold antagonist Damien. The film takes place over a single night in Brussels. And the cinematography makes full use of every corner of the city. The chase scenes are shot handheld but avoid chaotic editing, keeping the action clear and readable. Wow, for a debut, it's incredibly solid. It won 10 Magritte Awards, including Best Film and Best Director, a record-breaking achievement. It ranks at number 2 because it delivers exactly what it promises without pretension. A tight, well-acted, perfectly paced thriller that keeps you on the edge of your seat for its 97 minutes. Number 1. Companion. Josh takes his girlfriend Iris on a weekend getaway to a luxurious lakeside mansion owned by Russian billionaire Sergey. From the moment they arrive, Iris feels uncomfortable under the suspicious stares of the other guests. The reason? Iris isn't human. She's an advanced emotional support robot, specifically a sex doll who believes she's a real person. Things take an even darker turn when it's revealed that Josh secretly hacked Iris's system to frame her for Sergey's murder. This science fiction film, written and directed by Drew Hancock in his feature debut, is an absolute surprise. Sophie Thatcher is phenomenal as Iris, delivering a performance that requires brutal emotional range. Jack Quaid, known for The Boys, is perfect as Josh, proving he can play pathetic characters just as well as lovable ones. The film has a first-act twist that the trailer already revealed, but watch out, that doesn't ruin anything, because the twists keep coming throughout. It's a dark comedy disguised as a horror thriller, tackling themes of control, consent, and power dynamics in relationships. The retro wardrobe contrasts brilliantly with the futuristic technology. The cinematography uses vibrant, Barbie-like colors, only with real blood. It takes the top spot because it manages to be original, entertaining, and provocative at the same time. With a budget of just $10 million, the film grossed over $36 million worldwide. Reviews are mostly positive, praising the smart script and committed performances. Honestly, if you go in knowing as little as possible, you'll have a much better experience. The only downside is that some twists are predictable if you're paying close attention, but the pace never lets up. And there you have it, 10 great movies you can enjoy right now, from psychological horror to high-octane action, sci-fi thrillers, and deep historical dramas. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming content. Each of these films offers something different, so there's something here for everyone. See you in the next video with more recommendations. Until next time,